Oh my God, I can't stand this human.
I guess the person who did my paperwork kind of screwed up, and man, I'm put in a position where I either have to pay a lot of money, or I could be going away for a while.
Remember the PPP loan people, the ones who thought that they could just get the money, not do anything in terms of actually creating a business, not even have a business because there was a technique to actually get the money and not cause a federal offense, not have a felony, and just thought that they'd never, have to pay that money back, as if the IRS doesn't get every single dollar that's owed to them. Anyway, they're getting caught now, and we're gonna check that out.
Fucking PPP loan got my motherfucking ass.
In 2020, I actually signed up for over 15 bogus small business loans.
Y'all going to jail.
15?
The FBI is arresting thousands of people right now that took out PPP loans.
In 2020, I actually signed up for over 15 bogus small business loans. And since I'm already going to jail, it's time to tell my side of the story. Now, this scam started out like any other good scam. An error from the government, an opportunity for me. There was a form that you could fill out online, and it would ask you 3 questions. It would ask you, do you own a small business? You would check yes. Then it would ask you if you want $10,000. You check yes. And then it would say, do you promise you own a small business? And then you check yes again, and boom, 10,000 bucks. Now this process was like taking candy from a baby. So once I got the 10,000, I did the right thing and I told everyone I knew about.
All you had to do was actually open a small business. That's all you had to do, and you wouldn't be going to jail. That's all they had to do. That's all they had to do. Why do I keep looking at the mic like it's my camera? I guess because I'm speaking into the mic. I'm sorry about that. I'll fix it.
Now, at first, people were skeptical. They said, Drake, what do you mean you just answered 3 questions and then $10,000 appears in your account? But I assured them it was legit. So next thing you know, I was signing everybody up. I was taking their information, signing up for this loan, and then I was giving them $50 out of the $10,000. And until things went wrong, like really, really, really wrong, everybody was happy. And to be honest, no problems really occurred until they realized that, hey, maybe this Drake guy isn't a trap for salesman. Now, in my defense and everyone else's defense who had taken this opportunity, what else were we supposed to do? Big Brother had came down, locked us down, and told us we couldn't make any money. We were just doing what we had to do. I'm just glad I got to come on here and tell my side of the story. It's been real, and I will see you in 3 to 6 years.
Y'all might not see me too much longer. I ended up getting a letter in the mail from the IRS. That fucking PPP loan got my motherfucking ass. That shit got me. I took out a loan for $50,000 and I don't know how I'm gonna pay that shit back. Like when you in a fucked up situation, you in a bind, you in a fucked up situation, man, you willing to do any motherfucking thing to get out that shit. You willing to do anything to get out that motherfucking shit.
Do they have an opportunity to pay it back, or is it just raps? Once again, looking at the microphone for no reason. Do they have an opportunity? I'm not sure if they do. I think the offense is done, buddy. I think it's a wrap. I think it's over. I think it's too late to pay it back because it wasn't supposed to be given out in the first place to people without businesses. So I don't know, buddy. I think it's over.
You know, I was just in a tight spot. I was in a tight spot, and I needed some money. And I didn't know they was just offering people money, and it's just like we was in a motherfucking recession, and the fucking pandemic, man. Wasn't nobody working for real, man. And then they told me that I gotta pay the money back, or.
Okay, so they do have the option.
I'm gonna face federal prison time, dog. Federal prison time, man.
I just want to know, what made y'all think y'all could get away with this fraudulent PPP loan scam in the first place? Never ran a business, nothing, but all of a sudden you creating these fake LLCs. We told y'all this was going to lead to you going to PPP prison, and you did it anyway. This is what makes me feel like all of this was a setup. Okay, how were so many legitimate businesses ignored? Couldn't get the relief they needed, but all these fake LLCs
That's a fact.
This is how the government.
That's a fact, because a lot
people.
of people weren't getting approved for them. Like, not everybody got approved. It wasn't just a one size fits all. It wasn't like the stimulus checks. So
that filed
it is
falsely
suspicious.
and fraudulently PPP loan applications. Now they're using a combination of data analysis, audits, and tips from whistleblowers to catch people who file falsely. and also using agencies like the Small Business Administration, the Department of Justice, and also the IRS to track suspicious activity like inflated payroll figures, fake businesses documentation, and also other things that's kind of like a misrepresentation in the business. They're also cross-checking the PPP applications with tax records, business licenses, and other public data to spot inconsistencies as well. Now, in some cases, some people are being charged and prosecuted that only helped people file fraudulent PPP loans. So tell me what you all think. These PPP loans were filed in 2020, 2021, around the COVID pandemic time. It is now 2025. Do you all feel like that people should still be prosecuted for fraudulently submitting PPP loan applications and receiving those funds fraudulently?
Directory of the people who took out their loans.
I mean, it doesn't matter what we think.
Jail.
You know?
I do not play with the IRS.
Doesn't matter what we think.
For the IRS.
Free them, you know,
I'm not
but
playing with the government. Y'all are going to jail. For $792.6 billion have been taken out. Oh, y'all going to jail. My cousin gonna tell him he got a Chick-fil-A now. He don't have a chick.
nearly $1 trillion.
He's going to jail. Oh, it's too brave for me. Oh no, honey. Look at all these names. I want to put your business out. Y'all going to jail. Oh my goodness. Let me double check. I know I ain't on here. Make sure nobody ain't use my information. Y'all going to jail.
I just got off the phone with the lawyer. He's telling me the best options that I have are to turn myself in. Like, what did I do?
What is this dude?
That PPP loan came back.
Was he Indian and black? Or just black? That's what I was confused by the whole time he was talking.
To bite me in the ass, y'all. These folks want me to pay them so much money and to think that I thought I was actually doing something right. You know how you be out here and you be trying to figure out, you know, what your next move gonna be and how you gonna make it happen. And then when something like that comes along, it kind of put you in a trance like, damn, this is actually something that I could actually get. Now keep in mind, I do have a business, you know, and I thought, I guess the person who did my paperwork kind of screwed up. And man, I'm put in a position where I either have to pay a lot of money or I could be going away for a while. And I never wanted that to be the case, you know. Man, that PPP loan was something, man, it was like a breakthrough for you, you know, when you were struggling and not knowing the outcome.
That's
so
a big
anybody who think
breakthrough.
that they got away with that shit,
10 bands?
you didn't get away, man. We make terrible
That's a
decisions,
big,
man, when the
big
storm comes.
breakthrough.
So when the sun come back out, we screwed, man. Y'all share this post. Follow me for updates.
Okay, you guys, I'm over here stressed out because you remember when the PP loan was here? I did the PP
No, I don't
loan.
remember. I don't
and
remember.
I just got a freaking, oh my God, I just got a letter in the mail that said I'm subpoenaed to court for this.
Okay,
And
this
if
girl's
charged,
asked this
I'm
rhetorical
facing
question, and now she's recording a video that is, what, like 40% text, and we can barely even see her face. It's just a chunk of her face in the video. Why is she doing that? Why have a brand new phone with a nice 48 megapixel front-facing camera and record a video taking literally up less than, what's that, a sixth of the screen?
10 years in federal prison. 10 years in federal. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me get the paper for you guys. I'm going to show you the paper. Hold on.
She's gone. Send her away.
Because what the fuck?
Anybody who uses a phone like that,
10
send them
years.
away. Send them away now.
Hold on. I'm trying not to cry.
Guards.
I'm trying to make sure.
Guards, get her. Get her out of here. Free everyone else. Her,
For anyone involved in the PPP drama and all the people crashing out about getting arrested and being prosecuted for taking out PPP loans that didn't have businesses, I do not post free legal advice all the time, and I just so happen to be an attorney. And the best advice that I can give you is shut the up.
My coworker got fired for getting
Okay,
a
that's
PPP
good.
loan.
That's very
The
true.
reason why I'm bringing this up is
You
because I
have the
saw a
right
girl's
to remain
video saying
silent.
that she just
So
had her
do
case
it.
with the feds regarding getting
I'm
the
looking
PPP
at
loan,
the
like lying
I'm
on the
looking at the
application,
microphone
and she
again.
got sentenced to 9.5 years. 9.5 years. And I saw other people in the comments saying that they're going
Maybe I
through
need
their
to
case.
move this.
I saw somebody else say
Bear
that they
with me.
got sentenced for wire fraud. And these people are not playing. They are not playing. And banks are assisting. They are assisting in the process. As somebody who works in banking, who's worked in multiple different banks, the banks help the IRS. But let me tell y'all what happened with my coworker. So this is my coworker that turned into a friend.
That's better
So I
anyway.
had already left the company by the time that she got fired. But ultimately what happened was, this was 2022. The list came out of everybody who had got the PPP loan. She obviously was on that list. And she ended up in HR. Clearly the bank was looking at the list. Not my current job, y'all. Again, this is a company that I left. So don't call them people again, please. But she ended up in a meeting with HR. They asked her, like, oh, you were on this list, you have a business. And basically, there was a date that your business had to be established to qualify for the PPP loan. And a lot of people created LLCs after that date. And that's how they know if your application was fraudulent. And so they told her, like, I don't think that you qualified for this PPP loan based on when you established your business or whatever. But she didn't admit to anything. And her business was selling handmade jewelry, right? So the reason why they were able to fire her is because if you've ever worked for a bank, a financial institution, a brokerage, you have to disclose all outside business activities. It's regulatory. You have to sign off that you will disclose anything, any second job, any second source of income. If you're a part of the board of directors for any type of company, nonprofit, sometimes even volunteer work, you have to disclose it so that the bank can make sure it's not a conflict of interest. So basically they fired her because they said that her not disclosing that she had a business was violating company policy, because she should have told them. And I'm sure y'all are going to say, well, she should have told them that, she stopped the business when she started working. I guess whenever she established it, she had already started working there. So like the dates just didn't line up. But yeah, they fired her and said that it was because she didn't disclose that she had a business.
Better than going to jail.
If she had disclosed that she had a business, it wouldn't have been a conflict of interest for her to sell handmade jewelry. They fired her because of that PPP loan. And that was just their excuse. So be careful, y'all. They are coming.
The amount of people getting locked up for the PPP loan scams is crazy. There was a girl that got like 9 years over like 100-something thousand in PPP loan scams. There are a lot of businesses,
9 years
a lot of
ain't
people,
bad.
LLCs, that fraudulently obtained a lot of those funds, and they're not in jail, and they've gotten a lot of those things forgiven. If y'all remember, when the government was pumping money into the economy back in like 2020 and 2021, the resale market for stuff was going insane. Like sneakers were crazy, watches were absolutely insane. There's this guy, Anthony Ferrer, and he owned like a luxury resale watch store because of like the PPP loan scam, as well as so much money being pumped into the economy. He was selling watches like crazy. He was bringing in a ton of revenue. What do they say? More money, more problems. I was living in Dallas and moved to LA, got $100,000 a month penthouse. Within a year, everything imploded. He was scamming his consignment customers, taking their watches, running a Ponzi scheme, taking those watches to pay off other loans. Now bro is serving like 10 years. That's all because of fraud. I don't even think they've brought up any of the PPP stuff. He might owe stuff on that.
Bruh. 100K a month house, penthouse. And you need a PPP loan. Or whatever. Like, if you make it to that point when the income's coming in like that, and you do things like pay $100,000 a month for a penthouse, without at least one permanent Hail Mary return to, if all else fails, account that you can't touch or access, it's over for you. So be it.
The FBI is arresting thousands of people right now that took out PPP loans. Let me explain. During COVID, the U.S. government put out a program to help small businesses pay payroll. The money did get dropped into your bank account, and people were using it for not the correct purpose. But that's the small issue. The big issue was how easy it was to get this money. The entire application was, what is your name? Do you have a business? No verification, no one following up, and a few days later, $10,000 just dropped into your bank account. People were taking out these $10,000 free money loans, meaning they never had to pay them back, even if they didn't have a business. The FBI is actively issuing thousands, if not tens tens of thousands of arrest warrants for people that took out these loans for free money. The only people safe here are the legitimate businesses that took out the money and used the money correctly. Everyone that thought they got the $10,000, I'd be waiting because they're coming.
I mean, they did
Story
get it.
time about how I went to prison for getting a goddamn PPP loan. Okay, so I'm just gonna start from the beginning when I got indicted. It was March 15th.
I mean, she's looking real comfy now, so I guess she got out. I guess her sentence is over, huh? I guess she got a little bit better than everybody else. I mean, everybody else is scrambling right now. That the FBI. Because they got these PPP loans. She's just hanging out. She's just enjoying life. I mean, look, she got the generic girl bed set with the generic girl silk shirt.
2023.
I mean,
Me and my husband had just left
the
from going out
generic
to eat
girl blush.
because my son recently had like a kidney surgery or whatever, and we had been in the house. We've kind of been stressing and whatever. We sitting in the car chilling, and a car pull up, and my husband like, who the fuck this is pulling up in my yard? I'm like, I don't know. Shit, you know how they be tripping. You know them young niggas be paranoid. I look at my husband, he look at me. Shit just started getting weird. Okay, then after that, they come to my door and they give me a piece of paper. They say, oh, you just got a PPP loan. You're just gonna have to pay it back. I opened up the goddamn envelope and it say, Samarian Kingston versus the United States of America. I could have lost my motherfucking mind. Mind you, I have a real business. I'm a hairstylist, so all I do is go to work and go the fuck home. So I'm like, what the fuck? That was literally like the worst day of my fucking life because I was so scared and I didn't know what to do. And then me, like, I always try to do the right thing and, like,
That's jacked up.
not get into any trouble, and I got in fucking trouble. And every fucking body did it, so I'm like, why the fuck I'm getting in trouble? You know, like,
Oh, I
that
thought
shit
her
had really pissed
husband
me off.
did it. Oh.
So I ended up
It's
going
over
to
for you,
court
Samaria.
and finding out that it's a whole fucking conspiracy case with 23 other people that I don't even fuck with. I was scared as fucking court, didn't know what the fuck was going to happen, but I ended up getting a little bun, so I was able to go home.
Okay, y'all. So yeah, y'all read the caption right. It's my testimony about the PPP loan, y'all. I'm gonna try to make it short and sweet because I only got 10 minutes. It would have been long, but
Hurry up, girl. Hurry
I
up.
ready to do this testimony.
Hurry up the
Lord
dance,
gave me
child.
go, so we here, y'all. Okay.
We
so
here.
Of course, PPP loan happened 2021. Boom. Yep. Feel convicted. Still did it. I guess I didn't feel bad enough. Note that I wasn't in Christ yet, so I guess conviction wasn't enough. Clearly, I still did it. But clearly it was also for purpose. Besides the point. Fast forward. I'm in Christ.
Okay, I gotta hate. Oh, this girl's just been yapping for 10 seconds. She said that she only had 10 minutes. Clearly not. We're clearly about to be here for an hour, right? Y'all get your popcorn, go get your drinks. She's just gonna keep rambling on. The conflictions within her speaking patterns. Yeah, I felt convicted, as if that justifies the action. Of course you feel convicted. Everybody on earth, any human being feels convicted before they commit a crime or do something wrong. Unless they're sociopathic or they don't conform to the conventional norms or any form of normal morality that exists within mankind. So, of course you're going to feel convicted. This isn't a magical thing, and there was no purpose for you to do this, to feel convicted. You made a decision, you made a mistake, now just deal with the mistake. Don't try to make this sound like it was some magical event that made you who you are today. I just had to take that PPP loan. If I hadn't taken that PPP loan and got that 10,000, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Come on, the dance child. Let's get through this.
Came to Christ 2022. Yeah, 2022 came to Christ. New creature, right? Living a whole different life now.
Okay,
Not
whatever.
like I was just out there just doing fraud, like that. That's not my character. That's not me. I was
Oh
just
my God,
doing
we're
something,
never going
just
to
doing
get there.
some lying to myself, knowing it went right. Just out there, doing stuff.
I'm legitimately about to skip. Why is she not looking at the camera now?
Back to the story. So, fast forward, sometime around fall 2024, I'm 2 years in Christ.
Somewhere around fall. Okay.
You know,
Somewhere
deep in
around
my
fall
walk, right?
2024.
I'm in a room.
Somewhere around. That was
I'm writing
last
spiritual
year.
warfare scriptures down, right? I'm worshiping.
Oh my
I'm in the
God,
zone,
get to
bruh.
the
Then it's
point.
a knock at the door. It's a detective. Now, what's she at my house for? But she came because someone put some phones in my mom's name. And my mom trying to figure out why she get a bill from a phone company that she don't have. So, of course, she had to write a report. And I'm assuming they thinking, since I don't did a PPP, your girl into the fraud stuff. But I'm not. I'm just a good girl doing bad things. But everybody make mistakes. But it's all right because I'm a new creature. Yeah, thanks to my Lord. Yeah, focus. Right, so she came there to ask about my mom's phones or whatever. But, of course, when she heard my name, they took that as an opportunity to start questioning me. When I tell you I was caught off guard, I'm in there writing spiritual welfare scriptures down. I ain't know the welfare was going to be knocking at my door in a few seconds.
Oh
bro.
my
Now,
God,
as soon
I
as she
can't
asked
stand
about it,
this
bro, my
humor.
whole facial expression switched up because she pissed me off. She pissed me off because don't do this. I'm growing in Christ. You
I'm
know,
about
I'm
to
getting close
skip.
to the Lord, and you want to come knock on my door.
We've just come so far, you know? We gotta
get.
get through this.
Like, come on now. I'm forgiving. Like, don't do this to me. You
I'm
feel
about to
me?
stress. I gotta.
Woo! Okay. So, yeah, my face expression then got
I'm
scratched up.
stressed.
And then she asked me questions of that I have no clue what she is talking about. I'm just gonna be real. I ain't know what this lady was talking about. And then I'm in my head like, oh my goodness, the Lord said thou shalt not lie. But I'm also in my head like, Lord, I gotta lie because I don't want to go to jail. But I'm like, I don't want to disobey my Lord. You feel me? So I was in my head. So I was kind of lying, which makes it a whole lie because you can't kind of lie and say it's half of a lie. It's just a whole lie, regardless. So then she said something. I'm just like, nah, could we talk with my lawyer or whatever? Then she was just like, ain't nothing you can say, right? I'm just like, girl, like, get out my face, for real. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Not right now. Not right now. Like, y'all. So, that happened in fall. Of course, it made my people a little worried. Me, a bit worried. But it's just like, you reap what you sow, bro. Like, I knew what I was doing was wrong, but yet I still did it. I kept lying to myself. Oh, they steal from people. Oh, it's forgiven. Oh, da-da-da-da. It's still wrong regardless, bro. Regardless. Yeah. But eventually, nothing else was said about it. So, it was below. Just, of course, prayed about it. Of course, talk with the Lord about it. Specifically repenting about the PPP loan, because I didn't necessarily do that. Of course, I repented of all things, known and unknown, but specifically pointing that out to the Lord, I did. And
This has gone on.
Told him the truth. Did all
I
that
feel like I'm in a
right
time loop.
That was fall, right? Tell me why January 2025.
Oh my God, we're finally getting to
one
it.
morning. Well, January
I've been here for
to be
a
exact.
year.
Early
I
in
must
the
have
morning,
gray
I ain't
hairs
woke yet.
now,
My
right?
children ain't woke yet. I ain't even got my children ready for school yet. These people knocking at my door. I ain't hear it. My mama got a ring camera, so she talked with them. They told her that they were looking for me. She called my phone. She like, "Hi, the police. Police at the door. They coming to get you." I'm just like, what you want me to do? Like, what you want me to do? You want me to run? Like, where I'm supposed to go? Jump out the window? I'm called, bro. Like, I'm wrong. There's nothing I can say that can get me out of this right now. Like, they got a warrant out for my arrest. What can I do, bro? They was chill about it though. They didn't harass me. They weren't mean. They was really sweet. But yeah, they took me in that day. Crazy thing, everybody was nice. Everybody was so nice. And everybody was so confused as to why I was there. It's just like, what? Like, this can't be you, bro. Like,
Oh my gosh. She has to virtue signal and protect herself by saying like, oh, everybody they just couldn't believe that a perfect little angel, a perfect being like me who's never made a mistake ended up in the jailhouse. They were all like, I'm just so pretty. You're just so pretty. There's no way you could be in here. And I was like, yes, I've sinned and caused a problem. And now I've repented. and I'll do my jail time. Not because if I had any other option, I wouldn't choose that, but because I must. It's because I've chosen to be here. It's because I've chosen to be here. They were just all so taken aback by the fact that I, of all people, did this and was trying to get this PPP loan.
Confused, like, why I was there. Even I had to go be with the inmates, bruh. I was in there eating. I was in there eating with the people, bro.
You were an inmate. See the disconnect in her head?
I was
You were an
basically in
inmate.
prayer the whole time I was in the room while I was in my bunk. I ain't even gonna cap. I was in prayer the whole time, but they were still walking by, checking
I was
on
in
me,
there with
making
the
sure I'm
inmates
good, you feel
eating.
me? Sweet people.
You're an inmate.
I knew the Lord was with me because my faith was kind of shaking. I'm like, dang, I don't know what's gonna happen. Man, I got 3 children, bro. They little. They need their mama.
Poor kids.
So I wasn't
Those
sure
poor
what was gonna
kids.
happen, but I knew the Lord had me. But it was scary. It wasn't scary, but it was like, dang, I'm in a situation, you know, and I don't see what's gonna come out on the other side. But I just gotta trust God, bro, because I gotta be with my kids. And man, the Lord got this thing where 144 is the way He speaks to me. So
Oh my gosh,
I
angel
ain't
numbers.
been waiting a long time. So the nurse put me on the scale, and my weight said 144. I'm like, dang, I'm good. My face started to build back up. Like, it stopped shaking as it was. It wasn't as shaking before, as it was before. And I'm just like, the Lord is with me. He here with me. He got me, right? Of course, I'm in there with the people praying, and they start talking about God. That also helped me. It made me feel better. Then when it was about time for me to get called out, I realized they had a Bible in there, so I opened it up and I'm reading Psalms 35.
Oh my gosh,
you know,
she's gonna get a magical verse now.
Because the enemy was trying it. He was trying it, but greater is He within me than he that is in the world. But listen,
the enemy was
I got out that same day.
you.
Fast forward. 2 days later, the
and they
Lord
got you.
gave me a
What
dream.
enemy was trying you?
This the dream, right? Tell me why I'm in a dream, right? I'm in
the
an
rest
office.
of the video. We aren't getting out of this.
We aren't getting out of this. Paperwork, going through my case, and like the more I go through it, it's like I'm getting closer to being free, to realizing what I'm going through. Why I'm going through this? What is the reason? Like I'm about to be free. You feel me? So I'm going through the case, and there was a dude in the room with me, right? And I look up and I look over at him, and he starts smiling at me, and I said, "It's you." Guess who it was, y'all? The spirit of poverty. The spirit of poverty. I jumped up out my sleep. And instantly the Lord gave me a memory that I had when I first seen Genesis Genesis Porter, and she was talking about the PPP loan months and months ago.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm about to end this.
PPP loan, the spirit of poverty
I don't know if y'all are enjoying her story,
and
but let me see if she's the rest of the.
What you think it's gonna look like. Many things can come from the spirit of poverty.
Okay, we got 50 seconds left. Let me try to hang in there.
Memory, and I instantly went to start warring, bro. When I tell you I look like somebody great grandma in there, I was not playing. I ain't let the spirit of poverty go, baby. Oh, I was rebuking everything in there, cause y'all is not gonna do this to me. You know, I like, y'all don't play with me. Don't play with me in the Lord. You feel me? Like, I was rebuking
Nobody's
everything.
playing
I was
with you.
casting down everything. Like, And I was so ecstatic and happy that the Lord chose to inform me on what is holding me back. I'm going through this because the spirit of poverty had dominion over my life. And I had to break him off of me in order to be free of this PPP loan thing. Like, I had to break.
I'm a nurse practitioner, and I was just released.
Let's take a breather after that. Oh, man. Oh, that was rough. Who knew reacting to a video could be work? That took every fiber in my being.
From federal prison. A mistake was made on the application. I didn't read, just signed it. And as a result, I lost it all. It cost me everything.
So this is Melissa Watson, and she spent a year and a day in the federal penitentiary for taking the government's money and getting a fraudulent provider relief loan during COVID. So this will happen in Melissa Watson's case. Since she was taking too long to give us the story time, she basically spent 12 months in one day.
Oh my gosh, this angel, this beautiful light-skinned angel. If she could have done the other video and summarized it like she's summarizing this one, we all would have saved our lifespans just now. You beautiful, curly-haired, light-skinned angel. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you so much for your work. What's your name? Best Life with Kate. Oh, classic Kate. Classic Kate.
Prison due to fraudulent use of provider relief funds. So what this is basically PPP funds for people that had like provider care units or some type of hospital, something that was helping the people hospital related. So she received $789,000 that was supposed to be for her, healthcare facility to keep it operating during the time, help her get supplies and things. But instead, per the affidavit, sis was out here spending the money on luxury cars, on trips, on a timeshare, on a trailer, on real estate, all of this, but not on her patient care facility that she had. As a result, she had to spend a year and 1 day in jail. She's out now on 3-year probation and has to pay back over $1 million for fraudulent use of the government funds.
She got $1 million?
They coming to get y'all for this PPP money. Y'all think it's a game? One thing the government can do is come and get their money now. They may think that they didn't forget about you, but they could come get their money and take your ass to jail.
I don't even know what to say to react. Thank you so much for saving us, Kate. Thank you. Let's go back up to Kate. Let's just shout out Kate. Shout out Kate for helping us. If only you were here to save me. If only you were here to save me from that last video. Anyway, you have a good day. It's over if you got those PPP loans.